Well, I'm standing outside Chadbourne Hall here at the University of Wisconsin. It's the first day of class, fall of 2017. Exactly 21 years ago today, I had my first class here as a freshman at UW. That fall, I stepped onto campus, and at some point I filled out what's called a dinner line survey. It's put on by Campus Crusade. I don't actually remember filling it out, but after filling it out a couple of days later, one of the staff members for Campus Crusade knocked on my door and began a relationship with me and started to teach me about the Word and really started to introduce me to what I would call a real, authentic life in Christianity. I have a lot of stories about coming to faith. I have a lot of stories about here being at the University of Wisconsin. It was a time of growth. It was a time of learning. And I have a lot of stories, but one in particular rings true after reading last week's Love This Book, going through the book of James. There was a track athlete that we kind of got to know, and this guy would always carry his Bible with him. He'd have a backpack on as a student, but he would keep that Bible out, and he would always tell people as he said goodbye, he would always say, "Be blessed," as he said goodbye to people. And one day we were talking, and he started talking about James 1:22, how it says, "Do not be merely hearers of the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says." Now, as a new Christian, I thought, I'm learning a lot of new rules. I'm learning a lot about relationships. I'm learning about the Bible, what it means to have Christian friends, what it means to go to church, what it means to have a relationship with Christ, and to hear the emphasis of to not just listen to the word, because there was a lot of listening, there was a lot of learning, but to actually do what it says. You know, that's usually not a friendly message. But I often credit that experience as the origin of my kind of life mantra, which is to live a healthy and disciplined lifestyle. You know, the Bible often talks about putting down stones, putting down rocks, and marking a moment of time. James 1:22 and being here at the University of Wisconsin, those are two of the rocks that I look back on in my life and say these were big times in my spiritual journey. These were big times in my walk. I grew a lot. I have fond memories, and that's kind of what I want to talk about today, because when I went through James in Love This Book, as I said last week, I decided to put Love This Book on pause for a week because I wanted to come to the university here and just kind of come back to where it all started for me. And I know that can sound a little bit cheesy, but isn't it important? And don't we find a lot of energy and value in the times where we go back and look at important times in our life? So that's what I wanted to do today, is to kind of go back and ask you if there's verses that stick out for you, if there's places, college, a certain church, a certain city, maybe certain relationships that people who were in your life when you were starting to grow in the Lord, or just take further, or even just walking further down your spiritual journey. So it's good to get back here. It's kind of a fun atmosphere. It was a little bit hard to film with students all over the place, but it's good to be back here. It's amazing how quickly your memories can come back, and you can just think of times in your life that meant a lot to you. So that's what I wanted to bring up today. Hope you guys can reflect a little bit on life verses, previous relationships, maybe current relationships, and just other times in life where you were able to other times in life where you were able to see your spiritual journey moving forward. I hope this week you can take some time to reflect on the rocks in your life, the stones in your life where you were able to mark a moment or a relationship or some Bible verses on times where you were able to move your spiritual journey forward. And yeah, take a little time to reflect on those kind of things. Thanks for watching my Love This Book vlog.